And you know, Jay, we've been talking about the hospitals are really the ones that are under the strain with the weight of this surge. And it's pediatric units, actually, that are caring for more kids now with COVID. Isabel Lawrence spoke with pediatricians today who told her we need to do all we can to protect our kids.
Yeah, that we do, Betsy. I spoke with a doctor here at UH Rainbow Babies and Children's Hospital, and she told me it still just tears her heart out every time she sees kids suffering in the hospital. She is begging parents to get their children vaccinated, and if those kids are too young to get vaccinated, she's asking those parents and families to get vaccinated to protect them. So that doctor I spoke to, Dr. Émie Edwards, says that there is a combination of factors into why they are seeing more kids with COVID here. Schools lifting mask mandates, plus Omicron and Delta have contributed to more kids in the hospital with COVID. Another doctor said they have 10 to even 15 times the number of children admitted to the hospital with COVID than this summer, depending on the day. But oftentimes, it's the people closest to these young patients who are actually giving them the virus.
Certainly with Omicron and even with Delta, we did see a lot more school transmission than we used to see with COVID. And with Omicron, that's only going to get worse. But it's still true that the vast majority of pediatric COVID comes from adult or teenage family members. And so if those adults and teenagers are vaccinated, then that helps protect those unvaccinated 1 and 2 and 3 and 4-year-olds.
And it's not just about acute COVID, it's about long-haul COVID in kids, too. Another doctor at UH here said their long COVID clinic for kids is filled through February. Now, something else that's interesting here, it's a good point. Pediatrics is such a specialized type of medicine that if kids need care, you can't just bring them to another part of the hospital where adults are treated to get that care. They need to be in the pediatrics unit. They need to have access to those pediatricians. So, Betsy, what it really comes down to here is if these pediatrics resources are taken up by kids with COVID, then what happens to the other kids who come in and they need care too?
Yeah, it's a scary situation, certainly, and hopefully folks will do what they need to do to help protect their kids. Isabel, thank you for that.